Hello again there folks, Lone Adventurer here. Thank you very much for stumbling your way upon my channel and joining me for another adventure. Today I'm going to be playing through Meanwhile, Somewhere Deep in the Dark Caribbean, which is compatible with Pirate Borg and is, believe it or not, yet another iteration of the Dark Fort model that has become a significant chunk of the videos that I produce for this channel. If you're not familiar with Dark Fort and you want to see the game that inspired this one and many others, I'll put a link up in the corner of the screen right about now and in the description down below. I'll also pop a link in the description down below to my top 10-ish micro dungeon delving RPGs video. I think that's approximately what it was called, because that features a lot of games just like this one as well. But if this is your first rodeo, the deal with these games is that you are taking a character into a location that is generated as you are going. There's a couple of slight differences between this one and the other games in this genre that we've played here on the Lone Adventurer channel, not least of course the theme of the game, the setting, the undead, zombie, pirate, gritty iteration of Morkborg, Pirate Borg, which I have on my shelf and is lovely, and I've read it but I have not played it in anger yet, but we're going to play this today. So I'm not going to explain anything before we start. I'm just going to read the introductory text. We'll go straight into character creation and then we'll go straight into play. It should be fairly straightforward. These games, more often than not, do tend to be very easy to pick up and play without reading through and doing research and double checking rules. That's the beauty of them, really. Plunge into the abyss, ye bilge-sucking scum, and test your mettle in the temple of the drowned god. Armed with naught but cutlasses, cards and cunning, navigate the labyrinth, outwit its denizens, and plunder the treasure that slumbers in the deep. Every choice be a gamble, every turn a chance for fortune or doom. Will ye emerge laden with gold, or join the drowned in their watery graves? So we've got a little bit of art on the front there. Can't see any art attribution in there, so I'm not sure where it came from, but it's a pretty cool undead, piratey, tentacly image there. So, like most of these games, this is very small. I'll just give you a quick run through so you can see just how compact this package is. We've got some rules here, character creation and rules. We've got a page of tables here. This is where we're going to be spending most of our time as we play. Then we've got some additional tables here. I'm not sure how we get to these, but I'm sure it will become clear as we go. And then at the back we've got a nice character sheet that I'm not going to be using today because I didn't print it out, but it is very nice. And some details on the left for how you can level up your character. And that's it. The gamble. The salty air bites at your cheeks as the boat groans beneath your weight. The cursed temple rises from the depths, a shadow against the twilit sky. Each stroke of the oars brings you closer. The whispers of drowned souls tug at your soul. Shivers dance down your spine, but the thought of gold warms your blood. This be your chance. Just a few more strokes, and the drowned god's treasure be yours for the taking. Alright, so we will need this booklet. A game sheet, which we're not going to use, a deck of standard playing cards. So this is, I think, new to me in terms of Dark Fort iterations. I haven't found one yet that uses playing cards for generating stuff, so that's cool. Some dice, a bit vague, but I'm sure we'll find out what dice we need as we play. Some paper, a pencil and eraser, and a fancy hat. Well, who knows whether I'm wearing a fancy hat? You'll have to use your imaginations. Right, so let's do character creation. This isn't going to take too long at all. Now I'm going to try and fit everything we need onto a single sheet of paper. So I'll be mapping on here and we will be recording our character info on here. So we start with 15 hit points and 10 plus D6 silver. Alright, so we need a 6-sided dice. 5, that's a nice start, isn't it? So we've got 15 silver to start. And we can carry unlimited items. We start with a weapon, so we need D4 for the weapon. 2 gives us a dagger, which does 2 damage and gives +1 to attack rolls. So I guess we'll just have a little items section here. And something else. So we're going to roll our D4 again. 1. A ship's cat. Cute, but completely useless. Alright, so essentially we're starting with no additional item, I guess. I'm still going to write it down in case somehow there's some weird situation we'll find ourselves in where a ship's cat, despite what we've been told, isn't entirely useless. Okay, so that is character creation done, and we are going to enter the temple. Now this paper is a little glossy, so apologies if my light is shining there. There's not much I can do about that because it is night time, and so I cannot turn that off. The boat scrapes against slimy stone as ye heave yourself onto a slippery ledge. Above, a sliver o' moonbeam lights the watery hell ye just climbed out of. The stink of brine and death fills your nostrils. Ahead, the temple's maw gapes open, promising untold riches or a watery grave. Right, so we're going to draw a starting room. It'll be a square with 4 exits in different directions. So here is our entrance. I'm drawing it with little corridors tacked onto it, a la 2d6 dungeon. So this is where we need the cards, because as we play we will be drawing cards. 1 to determine the room's shape and the number of exits, another to describe the room and any features it might have, and a 3rd card to determine any encounters we might have in the room. And so we have to resolve those encounters, kill the enemies in order for the room to be classed as explored. You can flee from combat by moving into an adjacent room if you want. Yeah, so let me grab some cards. Just squeeze those there. Now I realise I didn't actually say who created the game, which is a little bit of an oversight. It is created by Aaron Best, and it looks like Aaron also goes by the name Apostasy Games. Apologies if I've pronounced that in an illogical way. This is available to purchase online for a very reasonable amount. I will include links in the description down below to where you can do that. So we need 3 cards. Card 1 will give us the shape and the number of doors. So I imagine that our intrepid hero is going to go up first. Ace of Hearts. So the ace gives us an irregular cave, and hearts gives us 0 doors. So we have got a dead end. And I've numbered the room because we'll just keep a little tally of the things that our character experiences. The 8 of Hearts gives us, so now we're looking at room features, an 8 of Hearts gives us the walls weep with seawater, forming puddles, and there's no effect. So just a little bit of flavour there. And so the next card is going to tell us whether we have an encounter. Jack of Diamonds. So where's our diamonds? Here they are. Traps. So we have got a giant clam trap. Ugh. Bad news. Roll 1d6 and we might lose 4 HP or we might lose 2 HP. That's pretty rough. 4. So that's going to lose us 2 HP, taking us down to 13. Oof, okay. So that one didn't really work out particularly well. Let's try this direction over here. Now, let me give you a quick close-up of this. So we've got the first card there, gives us the shape of the room, which is just for visual flair. It doesn't have any effect beyond that. And then we've got the number of doors there, which is dictated by the same card. And then for the room features, you just look for the card that you have drawn, and then you've got a bit of flavour and then an effect over there. And that's kind of cool, actually. I like that. I mean, some of the cards, some of the options, like this one here, are 2 to 5. So there's 4 cards that might lead to that thing there. So this is quite a nifty way of ensuring that the events that we encounter, the frequency of them, are controlled by the designer of the game. And that's nice, because very often in Dark Fort type games, you just roll a dice. And if you're rolling a d20 to establish which monster you're going to fight, you could theoretically roll the number 12 every single time and just face the same monster over and over again. But this use of cards means that, you know, once the 8 of hearts is gone, then it's gone, or at least until we run out of cards. So that means that that room that we encountered, well, we would encounter that on a 6 through 10 of hearts. So we might find another empty room just with puddles of seawater, but it also means that we have now decreased our likelihood of encountering whatever encounter is associated with that card as well. And if it's something like a Jack of Diamonds, I can see looking over here there is a unique room feature for that card, but that card's gone now. So that's kind of cool that you're limiting your events and encounters that you might experience as you go through, and it's going to sort of mean that you'll have a different experience every time to a certain degree, and I kind of like that. Anyway, first room is done. We're going to go on to another room. 8 of Diamonds. Starting to think I could have shuffled these cards better. So that is going to give us a corridor with 1 door coming off it. There we go. And I've written a number 2 in there so we can track what we experience. 5 of Hearts. These are all red so far. I did shuffle these. I tried to shuffle them well. 5 of Hearts. A rusty hook hangs in the ceiling, swaying. Ominous. But no effect. So this is essentially another room with no feature. And what encounter are we going to have? Yeah, I mean, okay, if we don't get a black card for the next one, I mean, even looks like, yeah, okay, the next one is black. All right. So 6 of Hearts. So that gives us a merchant, which is pretty cool. And it gives us sort of a weird title for the merchant there, because it is a mysterious voodoo lady, unpronounceable name. Sells random rituals for 10 silver. Do I want to spend 10 of my silver? I've only got 15. Roll 2d6 on the ritual table. Well, I think for the interest of curiosity, let's find out what the ritual is going to be. I don't recall seeing any mention of rituals, so I don't know when we can use them. I think it's sort of explicit from the effect. Okay, so what ritual are we going to get here? 3. Sea Witch's Passage. D4 uses, creates 2 new doors in room, costs 10 silver. That's not that thrilling, really. Do you know what? I'm going to give myself a gimme on that. We're going to roll one more and we're going to pick which one we want. 11. Times 2 loot for D4 battles. That's more my speed. We're going to do that one. All right, how many battles? 4. Fantastic. So I'll just make a note of that in my items section here. So I've written Siren's Greed Ritual, 2 times loot in battle, and then I've given myself 4 little circles so that I can cross off each use that we do. Let's carry on, shall we? So I guess we'll go up through this door into the next area. It's going to be an oval room with 2 doors. Right, so this is room number 3. What are we going to find in there? A cache of silver coins hidden behind a rock. How many silver coins? 4. That's some good rolling. I never knocked our silver down, so we should have gone down to 5 when we bought the ritual, and this will take us back up to 9. Let's see what encounter we're going to have. Ace of spades. Is that spades? Is it clubs? Clubs. Always confuse those things. And we've got our first enemy. We've got a zombie. So let's have a look at what stats we have here for an enemy. Is that right, Ace? Yeah. We've got a points value, 5 points, D4 damage, 6 HP, and then the notes are rotting flesh and ravenous hunger. I don't think that those notes have any in-game effect, but let's have a quick look at combat. So in combat we're going to roll 2d6. If the result meets or exceeds the enemy's points total, we will inflict the weapon's damage that we're using. If it's lower, the enemy hits us for their damage score minus any armor modifications, or we don't have any armor. If we reduce them to 0, they are dead, and we can add their points to our experience. Alright, so the zombie's HP is 6, so we have got to hit the zombie 6 times, or 6 points of damage. And here we go. 3! Fabulous. So the zombie's points is 5. They have 5 points. So we are hoping to roll, was it more than 5 or greater than or equal? Meets or exceeds. So we're hoping to roll 5 or more. Since we rolled 3, the zombie is going to damage us, and the zombie does D4 damage. 1, that's good news. Takes our HP down to 12. Hopefully we're going to finish it off now. 7, that is a success. And our dagger does... Oh, we get +1 to attack. That wouldn't have made a difference, but I need to remember that. But our dagger does 2 damage. So that leaves the zombie with 4 HP. 8 rather. That means we are doing another 2 damage. And 6, that means we're doing another 2 damage. And the zombie is defeated. Fantastic. We need to track XP. We'll do that up here. The zombie has 5 points, so we get 5 points of XP. Maybe now is the time to look at what we can do with XP. So that's on the back page here. Once you've explored 12 rooms and earned at least 25 XP, you level up. Okay, so there's a bunch of things we can do. We'll get a perk. Oh, and you move on to a new map. Alright, so once you've done 12 rooms and you've earned 25 XP, you move on to a new map. Cool. Well, that gives us a nice end point for this video. This is room number, I guess we'll call it room number 3. We won't count the entrance room. So that is done. We'll move on. We'll go up here. Draw a new card. 7 of hearts. Ah, that's another walls weeping with seawater room. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not, because the 7 of hearts, that needs to give us the type of room that we're entering, doesn't it? So it is another corridor, and hearts gives us 0 doors. So we've got a dead-end corridor. This is area number 4. Let's see what we've got. A Jack of Hearts. A mosaic depicts a grotesque sea creature. Plus D6 XP. Ooh, fantastic. 1. Not so fantastic. So that's going up to 6 XP. And what encounter are we going to have? Lots of diamonds and hearts. 3 of diamonds, nothing. Okay, so no encounter. Alright, so that room, that corridor is cleared. We'll go back down here, go over this way, see what we've got. 4 of clubs. 4 gives us an oval. Clubs gives us 2 doors. Room number 5. 10 of hearts. It's the old walls weeping with seawater. So we don't have many more of those to go. And for an encounter, diamond is traps. Razor, coral, snare. Roll D6. 1 to 3, lose 6 HP. Oh, D6 HP. Did I do that wrong last time? I did. I did do it wrong last time. Oh no, I didn't. I did it right. 1 to 3, lose D6 HP. 4 to 6, lose D4 HP. So 3 means we lose D6 HP. 4, we're losing 4 HP. That's pretty rough. Okay, make a quick note of that. So let's go up here for another room. Okay, so 6 of diamonds. Oh, this is the room shape, isn't it? A cross-shaped room with 1 door. So here's our cross-shaped room. What have we got in it? Queen of Hearts. An alcove containing a healing herb. Get healing herb. Brill. So I think we've got an items table here. Presumably healing herb is on it. Can't see it. Oh, there it is. It's on the tools table. Healing herbs. Heals D6 HP. 1 use. I think I'm going to use it immediately. 3. So back up to 11 health. Good, good. 9 of diamonds. It's going to be another trap, isn't it? These traps are rough. Oh, none. Good, good, good. So no trap. All right. On to the next room. So let's go onwards and upwards, I think. 7 of spades. It's a corridor. And it has got 2 doors. Yeah, 2 doors. So we're getting perilously close to the top of the page there. I think we're going to have 1 great big corridor coming over here. So we'll have 1 room off here and another one down here. So this is area 7. So we need to find out what feature we've got here. 2 of spades, scattered bones and broken relics. Roll D4 on the tools table. D4, eh? Oh, so I only get access to the lower level items. That's pretty clever. Yep, definitely says D4. I like that. So you restrict what items they can get on a table by giving a dice roll that doesn't give access to all of the items. Right, 2, rope, +1 to trap rolls. Well, that's pretty handy. And what encounter are we going to have? Queen of spades. That gives us... Oh, this is bad news, right? We're right up the top of the enemies table. The sunken one. 9 points, D6 damage, 9 HP. Ooh, I wish I had a better weapon. Half man, half crustacean cult leader. And I really haven't found anything that's going to help me with this, so maybe I'm going to end up trying to run away. Now, if you want to run away, then we flee to an adjacent room and we take D4 damage. And if we return to the room, we draw a new encounter card. So we wouldn't have to face the sunken one again. This is a one-off deal. So we'll roll. We'll see if we're lucky. But 9 points here. So I've got to roll 9 or more to do 2 points of damage. And I've got to do that, what? 9, not 9 HP. Is it 9 HP? Yeah, 9 HP. So I've got to do it 5 times, right? So pretty rough. Here we go. Oh, we've done it. 10. So that's more than 9 or 9 or greater. So we're doing 2 points of damage. We've got to remember we're adding on 1 to our attack roll as well because of our dagger. 6, 7, 8 plus 1 is 9. So we're doing another 2 points of damage. So the sunken one is almost halfway defeated. Here we go. Oh my days, look at that. 2 more points of damage. Apparently I'm going to use up all my luck in this room, but I'm not complaining. Oh my goodness. So we caught the sunken one in the corridor and I guess caught them by surprise, and we have just, with our tiny little dagger, absolutely trounced this vicious enemy. Ah, up until now. I shouldn't have done all that waffling, should I? So that is a fail because it is less than 9, and we're taking D6 damage. Oh, it's down to 5 health. So I could run away, but at this point, surely I want to try and defeat it. Oh no! Oh, 2 points of damage, down to 3 health. Okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do really. Maybe I could throw the ship's cat at it. Oh, okay. Oh, 4 points of damage. And that is, all of a sudden, I really thought that was going to work out in our favour. That is the end of our intrepid explorer. What a shame. I really thought that we were going to prevail there. I'm a little bit disappointed. But there you go. That was my first delve into the sunken tomb, or whatever it was, in Meanwhile, somewhere deep in the dark Caribbean. Another nice little implementation of Dark Fort. Cool to have a piratey Dark Fort adventure. And yeah, this one sort of keeps it largely simple, which is no bad thing. And I like it. As you would imagine, I tend to like these little games. Cool to have the card drawing mechanic there, and a decent amount of little tables to keep things interesting, and a nice aesthetic for this little zine that it comes in. So if you want to check it out, there'll be a link in the description down below. Let me know in the comments what you thought, how this stacks up against other Dark Fort-like games. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.